Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I have another stamping video for you. We are going to be using these black matte nail tips. We are going to be using this silver stamping polish along with a couple of other colors. I do have several stamping polishes, but with the black mattes, there aren't many colors that are going to really show up on these black matte nails unless it's maybe a glitter or maybe metallics. I'm going to look for more glitter and metallic stamping polishes because I think I have enough kind of just basic colors, and some of the colors, if you reverse stamp, will look good, but if you just take the color, on the image and pick up the image, like the red that you are going to be seeing in just a second, you're going to see that the red looks bright in the bottle, but once you stamp it on the black, you almost can barely see it. And if that's the look that you're going for, and if you liked it, then that's okay. But I want more of a vibrant, bright red, So I love that stamping polish, and it looks good again if you reverse stamp it. But even the yellow didn't look so great on the black either, but you'll see in a second what I mean. So maybe some metallic glitter and maybe some more bright neon stamping polish is what I want to try to look for. But first we're just going to get a base coat on here really quick. Also, I noticed I don't have a white stamping polish, and also I would like to find another black stamping polish. So those are a couple things that I'm going to try to look for. Now, I have to apologize for the lighting in this video. It was acting real crazy, so my apologies. I am trying to work on my lighting to get it right. It normally doesn't bounce around like that, but for some reason, maybe I had too much lighting and it was just bouncing crazy. So I tried to fix it, but I hope it doesn't bother you too much. And I am going to make sure that I work on my lighting. So I am going to be just kind of picking up some images as normal, and then I'm going to try some reverse stamping with you. To reverse stamp is not the hard part. The hard part is trying to pick up the image and make sure that you get the image on your stamp. And you also have to make sure that you are quick enough, because if you wait too long, the image will kind of dry up too much and it won't lie nicely on the nail. So there you go, that pickup was pretty nice. I'm just going to remove what I don't want with my lint roller. A couple of you, or I was going to say a couple and a few of you at the same time, we're talking about the lint roller that you see on screen. Yes, it is a lint roller, and it is a perfect, great way to get rid of the extra kind of polish on the stamper, to get rid of what you don't want. So it's a great tip. Also, just a piece of tape, maybe some scotch tape, works just as good, so you can try that as well. Or you can use the scraper itself. Sometimes it doesn't work for me. I do try to use the scraper itself to remove the polish off the stamper. You can try that. Again, sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't, but it's an option. I guess I am going to be doing some experimenting here. I should have known that the yellow might not have, well, actually, maybe I guess I should not have just known, but I just thought for some reason the yellow was going to look brighter with the silver. So you'll see in a minute when I fill in the flower, you're going to see what I mean. Like, it doesn't really show up, but that's okay. Stamping is so much fun, and it's all about having fun. There are so many different options of stamping plates and colors and glitters, and it is just a whole lot of fun, and it does take patience and a lot of practice. I just wanted to say that I am taking the stamp polish and I am just floating it over the image. I'm not pushing the brush into the image because you will ruin the image that way. You also don't want to kind of flood out the image. I mean, if that's what you're going for, that's okay. And even if you get a little bit of polish outside of the image, that's okay as well. That's why sometimes I like to use a a dotting tool to fill in the image. As you saw in the beginning, started to use it and then I changed up my mind and I said, you know what, I will just use the brush of the stamping polish. Another quick tip is to use a clear stamper. I love the colored stampers, you know, the stampers that have different colored heads on them or glitter and things like that. I actually do have a glittered stamper head, but it's very, very clear. It's, you know, and you can still see through it. I want to be able to see straight through the stamper and through the stamper head because I need to be able to see where I am placing the stamp. If you cannot see through the stamper, how are you going to see where the image is going to land? Does that make sense? See right here what I mean about the red polish. You can barely see it. Now, had it been a red glitter or maybe a metallic or a neon, you would definitely be able to see it better on the black. So maybe it's just this polish. And, you know, maybe I might be able to find another red that is more pigmented. Maybe that's just it. I need to find some more pigmented stamping polishes. Another tip is if you do not have stamping polishes, you can use normal regular nail polish, not gel polish, normal regular nail polish you can use to stamp. Now, I haven't found many just normal regular polishes that work for me, but I do have several nail polishes that are getting older that I do want to try out with some of my stamping plates. So that might be a video that we can get into and just test some regular stamping polishes. Again, I do know that they work. Do they work as good as stamping polishes do? Probably not. There's the formula in stamping polishes. I don't know what they do to them, but it's a specific formula that they use, and the polishes are just thick enough. So, and you're going to see right here how this leaf is going to come out. And for some reason, I must have smudged it or touched it before I could actually push down. So I must have to leave. But you know what? And it's okay because all you have to do is get rid of the image with some 100% acetone. And it wipes right away. Also, you can wipe up your stamping plate with 100% acetone. You will not ruin it, so do not worry about that. We are going to visit back to the first stamper and the first image that we did, and we reverse stamped in the beginning. You want to give your image some time to dry. As you saw when we were filling in the images, we were using kind of like drops of stamping polishes. So you need to give this enough time to dry. If you don't, when you push on that stamper head on the nail, you're going to see that the nail polish is going to kind of seep out. It's going to just you're going to see that it's just not dried correctly. And it's just not going to work and you're going to have to remove it. So give your image enough time to dry, but you definitely don't want it sitting there for like an hour. Just give it a few minutes. And a way that you can tell that your image is ready to go is, when you use your nail polishes, you know how when you put a nail, in this case stamping polish down, when it is wet, it looks shiny, right? So when it is dry, these stamping polishes are going to kind of go matte. And that's where you can tell that the image is dried enough. Also, you can kind of go ahead and take maybe a dotting tool and touch a little bit of it. You have to be very careful because if you kind of maybe touch too much of the image, you will pick up the image with your dotting tool. And I have done that on accident, just trying to check and see if it is dried. So just be very careful. Just to be safe, just give it about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes and just keep checking on it. It might not even need that long. It might need longer. Right here, I made a mistake and touched right there the image with the nail because I was trying to figure out what nail I wanted to put these leaves on. And so one of the leaves didn't come out correctly, and you will see right there, but you guys get the idea. And the cool thing is, if the whole image didn't come out, you can go ahead and use the rest of the image on another nail if you would like, so that you don't waste that polish or that image. Do you see how much more pigmented and more kind of more clear you can see the glitter stamping polishes more on the black? And the same with the silver, you can see it better because they're more pigmented. So I want to find some more glitter stamping polishes, also some more really bright colors like neons and some metallics. I need a black and white as well, so I'm going to be looking into those. But I do love stamping polishes, and trying different brands I feel like is very important too, because not all stamping polishes are kind of all the same. They are different formulas. Also, if you have stamping plates and a stamper and polishes and you're trying and nothing is working, try changing your stamping plates. There are some stamping plates that are just not etched enough, deep enough. The image is not etched enough. You know, when they made the plate, it just, the images, you know, were not etched out enough. So when you go to pick up that image, you're not really picking up anything. Sometimes it'll smudge. It might be your nail polish or your stamping polish. It might be too thin. Also, it could be your stamper head. I did explain this in the previous video. You might have to kind of prime your stamper. A lot of people use like acetone on the stamper head, or they'll take a buffer and kind of buff the top of the stamper head. I don't like doing that. I did try to do it one time and I ruined my stamper. And now I can't see through it, but it still does work. You just have to be careful because you could potentially ruin your stamper head. And if you don't want to do that, then I would just recommend to just continue to keep using it. Keep practicing. Even if this image doesn't pick up, eventually that stamper head will work. I know you might try a time or two and you're like, what, you know, what is going on? It's not picking up. It's not working. You have to try one of those. Switch it up. You know, if you have all three, maybe get another plate. You know, and if you got another plate and it's still not working, try another stamper head. If the stamper head doesn't work, you know, maybe try another stamping polish, and just try different things. It's something eventually will work out for you. Just don't give up. Keep practicing and it will work out for you, trust me. If you are not happy with your images, as you can see right here, I am taking 100% acetone and I am removing the images that I am not very happy with. It is very, very easy to remove off, as you can see right there. Sorry for popping the nails off the stands. They kept popping off. We have reached the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.